Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to a Formula One vlog. I have filmed one, I think, every year since I've been to the Formula One race in Miami. Every year I say that I'm not gonna go the following year because I already went and that's fine. I want to make room for a different race. And then things happen and we end up going. And so we very last minute are going to the Formula One race like the entire weekend because we ended up getting tickets. And I mean, how could you pass up on that? So I've got my little matcha that I made. You can't go in with drinks, for the record, but I'm just gonna take it on the drive over there. Probably will drink it by the time that we get there. But I wanted to take you along. We actually already explored a few different things around Miami. So they have the F1 hub where we went shopping. They're doing this like limited edition place here temporarily, like a pop-up, where they have some merch both from the teams as well as the Snoopy collection, and then it's like special Miami collection. And Chris got this shirt that is a Miami edition shirt. So it says Formula One Miami Grand Prix, and then in the back it has just a nice little photo or illustration, I mean, of a car. He also got this green one that again also says Miami Grand Prix in the front, and then in the back has this super cool like just features of the car. It has the car, the steering wheel, the helmet. Oh no, I thought it was a helmet, but it's literally just like Miami sunset and a flamingo, and then the track. And then I got, which I'm super excited, I won't get to wear it at all this weekend because it's already super hot, but I got this super cool Snoopy jacket. It's the 75-year anniversary of Formula One. It has literally like the Snoopy characters, or I guess the Peanuts characters is the right term, as Formula One drivers with the car, and I thought it was awesome. And then it says Peanuts F175, and then on the side it has like these patches, all like Snoopy Formula One themed, and I love this. And I also got a shirt that says Miami, as well as the illustration of the car and these stickers that are all like Snoopy stickers. I'm literally obsessed with this jacket. I really wish that I could wear it, but again, it's like super hot, so this is gonna be a jacket not for this weekend, but for like, I mean, any other time. Honestly, like, it's such a cute jacket, and I'm a huge Formula One fan, so why not wear it at any point? It's a temporary pop-up that they're doing here this weekend. It actually, like, their home base or their actual store is in Vegas, but they're doing a pop-up for the Miami Grand Prix. We also went to the opening night party, which was actually super fun. We got to hear from Charles and Lewis. So also not all the drivers were there, which the first year, the first opening party, all of the drivers were there, and that was awesome. But for this one, Lewis and Charles were there, and then Jensen Button and Bernd Maylander, the safety car driver, Crofty and Gunther Steiner were there, and they were just doing like some fun just chats and different things. So that was super cool. They were doing a taste test of the Miami drinks, and actually don't hire them for marketing because they literally were just talking very negatively of like the Miami margarita and the beers and all that stuff. So not a great experience for them, it sounds like, but it was just like a cool experience for us to witness all that in the opening party. So that was pretty fun. And then we got to see the campus before it's, you know, like super hectic and crazy. So there were obviously people there, but it wasn't as hectic as it is during like race weekend, and so that was a little bit more chill. So it was fun to be able to like explore it and check out some of the merch. For the record, if you ever want to buy merch, don't do it on the track. It's literally at least twice as expensive. So the new Ferrari hats that came out, we really want them, and I have to wear kid size in hats because I guess my head is that small. That one is priced at I think $48 on the website. At the track it was $110. I was like, I'm not literally paying more than double for that hat. Like I'll wait a few days to get it. I don't care. So don't buy things on track because the prices are ridiculous. As I said, I got my little matcha treat that I'm enjoying for the time being. I am wearing a shirt, like a shirt with sleeves, which is like a first. I don't think that I ever wore a shirt with sleeves while I've been to Formula One, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I won't be super hot, but it is Miami. It has been like windy though, which is always very nice. But yes, I'm wearing that as well as that tennis skirt just to be comfy and fresh because the weather obviously is pretty hot. So that is like my one tip if you're coming to Miami, is like put your hair up, put a lot of sunscreen, try to wear cool light clothes because it gets really hot. So with that being said, welcome to the Miami Grand Prix vlog. Can't wait to show you around. back, I literally hopped in the shower first thing when we got back because I was just so tired. It was so hot, and just, you know, on Fridays we normally walk the entire campus. We just take advantage of the fact that it's like a more chill day. Like, people are normally not, like, the crowd isn't really that crazy yet because most people just don't go on Fridays, even though we had a sprint weekend this time. And so today there was literally sprint quali, but still it was not as full as it normally gets on Saturdays and Sundays. And so we took advantage to like walk the entire campus, and so we're definitely very tired. So like first thing I did was like hop in the shower. But I did want to share a few things. So the day was awesome, honestly. It was pretty great. Really hot, but other than that, it was fine. We are trying turn 1 grandstands, which so far I actually think I still prefer turn 18. Like, they're still good. I think for the beginning of the race it's going to be really nice because I feel like we're going to see a lot of track action. But I feel like if I had to do it again, I probably would go back to turn 18. Other than that, I mean, the food was pretty good. We actually went to Bondi Sushi, which is so good. And we stopped by the MIA shop, which is actually like the Chase MIA shop, and got a few different things because, well, Chase offers 20% off. So if you have a Chase credit card or even debit card, I think, as long as you pay with the Chase card, you get 20% off, which is a pretty good deal. So I got a shirt. This is from 47, the 47 brand. It just says Miami, which I thought was super cool. It's like a cropped shirt. I also got another shirt also from 47 that also says Miami, but this one has the helmet. And then I got this one. This one is from, I don't know, it just says American Apparel. And then it says Miami. It's like a sleeveless shirt. So this is pretty cool. This is Miami International Autodrome. And then I got this Lululemon cropped sweatshirt because I have one like this in gray, and it's my absolute favorite sweatshirt ever. And then I saw this one in black and I was like, I need this sweatshirt. So with the 20% off, it was a pretty great deal. So it worked out pretty nicely. It is day 2 and it is actually a cloudy day. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be a better day in terms of the weather. I am wearing one of my new shirts that I got yesterday. It just says Miami. Anyway, we're ready to head out to day 2. It's going to be sprint race and then quali for tomorrow's race.
This is not the Grand Prix distance, so crucial for Lando Norris, who will shortly appear in our picture, and Lando Norris will...
Okay, well, it's officially race day. We came back yesterday and I was supposed to film a little debrief after the day, but I was so exhausted that I just literally had dinner. Well, I showered, had dinner, and then completely passed out because I was just so freaking tired. It is race day though. It was raining yesterday during the sprint race. Or actually, no, let me backtrack. It was raining right before the sprint race, so then the track was wet, and then when the sprint race was supposed to happen, it stopped raining, but the track was still wet, and they delayed the race. It's supposed to rain today pretty much all afternoon, like including during race time. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen because, again, there was delays yesterday when it wasn't raining. It was just wet, and then today is gonna be wet and raining. So I'm not sure what the plan is or what's gonna happen. We'll find out, I guess, once we go there. We're definitely taking our ponchos there because it's not fun walking in Miami in the middle of the rain and all this stuff. So TBD on that. Let's hope for last minute weather changes and that it doesn't rain because that would be so much better. Anyway, today is basically just the driver's parade and then the driver introduction and then the race. They do have like F1 Academy races and stuff like that, but I think that they timed them so that yes, you can still watch them, but for the most part, they just happen during like times where we go grab lunch or something like that. And so for the most part, we've just been watching them like through, like as we walk through campus. So our priority today is just literally watching the race and of course the driver's parade and all that too. So we'll see how it goes. Really hoping for good weather. I am wearing my shirt that I bought at the MIA shop. It's super cute. It honestly is so comfortable. So anyway, let's hope for some miraculous weather change as well as some success for Ferrari because they did not do well at all during quali yesterday. So that's also not going to be fun. Is it like hope should be the last thing that you lose or something like that? What a fun race that was. I am exhausted from this whole weekend, but honestly, I don't recall the Miami race being this exciting last year. I know that they do have some like good overtakes and stuff, but I feel like this one was so fun, especially seeing it on turn 1. All the overtakes that we got to see, or like the attempts at overtaking from like Lando and Max, like they were really battling it out there for a while, and it was really cool to see, as well as Lewis and Charles on Carlos Sainz, so that was also pretty good overtake. So I thought turn 1 tickets ended up being like pretty good option at the end of the day. I still think that I would choose turn 18 over turn 1 if I had to like make a decision, just because I feel like with turn 18 you get to see like them go down the whole straight. They also do some overtakes in that area and then they go slowly, you know, around it, so I feel like you just get to see more of them. We did spend the morning sitting at the stadium, like just watching over the paddock, and I actually think that I forgot to mention this, but I got to meet Alex Saint Mleux like a few days ago. It was super random. I just like walked into the hotel and I didn't know that they were there, but I just see Leo, like the dog, and I just go like, wow, that looks a lot like their dog. And then I look up and I see her and I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. So I asked her for a photo. She was super nice. We actually spoke in Spanish, well, in Spanish and English, because I spoke to her in Spanish, and then Chris was there and he doesn't speak Spanish, so then she spoke to him in English. So had a super brief conversation, got to say hi to the dog, who is so cute. The dog is literally adorable. So I feel special because I got to meet Leo Leclerc and I got to pet him. So that was really nice. We got to meet them, and then Chris actually got to meet Esteban Ocon, who we saw today arriving as well. And we just took some time to like watch things from the paddock, like from above like the stadium. I highly recommend that if you do go to the Miami Grand Prix, just stop by the stadium at least once and look over the paddock, because you might find drivers, the girlfriends, anything like that. And it's just like a fun like experience. I don't know. I feel like it's such a unique paddock. And next year is going to be interesting because they're going to have 11 teams this time. time, so we'll have the Cadillac one. Curious to see how they're going to rearrange that whole thing to fit it. But anyway, we didn't get to go to the Chase Sapphire Lounge this time because they were doing reservations this year instead of like just walking in. They did have some walk-in options, but the line was insane and I was like, it's just not worth it. However, this year they were giving away like a super cool jacket that you got to customize and everything, so I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to make a reservation. But again, everything was so last minute with this one. The one lesson that I take from this year is definitely don't leave it to last minute. We already talked about it and we're like, we probably gonna go back next year, so let's just start planning it out now so that we're not doing everything like so rushed. But if you are a Chase Sapphire member, I highly recommend taking advantage of the lounge because it's such a nice lounge and I feel like they improved it this year. Like I got to see all the videos and everything of it and I feel like it looks so much better. Oh, we did get to run to the podium this time, so we didn't do that last year, but then this year we walked around and they actually had this one lady with like a sign saying follow the track to podium, and so we just talked to her and she was like, just follow these signs, and you know, they were there, and so they had like the gates that they open at the end and then they let us like run to go to the podium. I don't know if there was like a miscommunication or something, but they literally took forever to open the gates. So then we were all running and then they were like, oh, it looks like the fans are finally arriving, so then they were able to let the drivers go up the podium. I think that they were waiting for the fans. I feel like there was some sort of miscommunication there, but other than that, it was pretty good. Anyway, my tips if you are going to the Miami Grand Prix: hydrate, wear loose comfy clothes, wear very comfortable shoes. I see so many girls wearing heels and they look stunning, don't get me wrong, but they literally are so uncomfortable. Like the amount of girls that I see just taking off their shoes and walking barefoot because they're so tired. I get it, so just wear comfy shoes. I understand like how beautiful they look and the appeal of it, but it's not worth it, at least in my opinion. And plan things ahead. Like again, if you're a Chase member, plan ahead to have, or like Chase Sapphire member, plan ahead to be able to make a reservation for the lounge. If you are a Chase member, know that you get a discount at the shop. Plan to stop by the stadium at some point just to check out the paddock and everything else that they have. Parking, make sure that you buy it ahead of time, and you have to decide if you want to do the shuttle, so like you go to a parking lot and then you take the shuttle to the stadium, which obviously just allow time for that, or you find a parking lot that requires you to walk anywhere from 0.4 miles to like 1.5 miles. But that's an option, but just again, plan ahead of time. Honestly, my only other tip is just pay a little extra to get the seats that are in the shade, like the cover seats, because they're worth it. One, especially in the heat, they're 100% worth it, and two, if it rains, it also is worth it. So I highly suggest that as well. Just invest a little extra to have covered seats. If you have any questions about the Miami Grand Prix or anything about Formula One, the experience leading up to it, what to do in Miami, anything like that, just leave a comment in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.